Well, guys, roll your drums. Listen, no one should come and fight me. As I said, this is an opinion sport, and this is just my opinion.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another edition of the podcast. Today we got another very special guest in the house, long-term member and one of our sort of most seasoned competitors, Mr. Femi Swole.
Thanks for having me, sir. And this is my first time of being in this room, and I must say you've done a pretty good job. This place looks amazing.
So it is Olympia time next month, yeah?
Yes.
So the hype has already begun, and I think there's one more qualifier for the Olympia, and that is it. All the names are in the hat.
Well, and the thing is that everyone's been waiting for this year's Olympia. Obviously, it's the 60th anniversary.
Yes, so I've got my T-shirt, 60th year. I brought this from the Olympia last year, so I am representing the Olympia brand. It's going to be a good one.
Lucky you, sir. You got to go for the 60th.
Yes, I will be there this year. I try and go every year, but it's back in Vegas. Last year was in Florida, which was I thought it didn't have the atmosphere because normally the home of the Olympia is in Vegas, and it seemed different last year. It didn't have the buzz in the air, but I'm glad it's back in Vegas.
And also, a lot of people have things to prove this year.
Yes,
a lot of people have things to prove. So that whole build up is what's making this year's Olympia, really something to look forward to.
Yeah, I think you remember 2 years ago when the Olympia was open, when I think Big Ramy was the defending champion, then we had that year was totally open. We had obviously no one expected Derek to sort of come from 212 to come in second place.
No.
And Hadi was always a front runner. Then we had Samson and Andrew Jackson, Big Ramy and William Bonac and Brandon Curry. So I remember 2 years ago, it was a really, really, I was there. It was a really hot contended Olympia, and Hadi ended up winning that one.
And to be fair, it's when you look at Hadi Choopan and Derek Lunsford, I must say they really took the open bodybuilding by surprise. Most people were expecting the taller guys, people like Samson, Dauda, to be the one to dominate the sport moving forward. But Hadi Choopan and Derek Lunsford, their rise from the T1 to the Olympia took a lot of people by surprise. I like Hadi Choopan. I think he's a great bodybuilder. I've loved his physique since back in the days he battled with Flex Lewis. So seeing him come this far.
Talking of 212, sorry.
Yeah.
What do you think to Keon? Have you seen his updates recently?
Keon looks amazing, sorry.
Do you think he'll end up in the open class?
I don't want him to. I don't want him to. I think he might ruin his shape if he does try to get bigger. He can try to get bigger, but I don't want him to. I want him to stay in the 212. What do you think?
I spoke to Branch one. He was the other day, and he said he's like, his physique reminds him of a younger Flex Wheeler, an early Flex Wheeler.
It's the shape, isn't it?
It's the shape. Yeah,
it's great.
We've seen him sort of grow the last few years. Last year's Olympia was pretty close. I thought they would have given it Sean because Sean was harder conditioned, but I think the overall package that Keon brought was more aesthetically pleasing. He's got the lines, symmetry, the fullness, which Sean hasn't got. Sean's an awesome bodybuilder, but I think this year's 212 battle will be very, very, very good, very hard.
Well, speaking of, I think last year they decided to favor a little bit of aesthetics and shape over their conditioning, because if you look at the open bodybuilding, I think we can all agree Hadi Choopan is a tad bit more, if not more conditioned than Derek Lunsford.
Oh, yeah, from the front. We've had this for discussions. From the front, he's hands down harder, leaner, drier. He's got the striations. He's got that maturity, which Derek's probably 7-8 years younger, so he needs more time. But obviously, from the back, it's a different. They're like two different physiques, aren't they?
I know. And with Sean Clarida himself, he doesn't really post much physique updates. He's always on his big shirts and his big trousers, which I love it. So it's really hard for me to
judge how
he's looking, but this guy is coming to fight. So I think Keon's going to have to be his best.
Yeah, speaking to Branch the other day, he said Sean was like, since he lost last year, got second, he's been back in the gym and like been training relentlessly. He's even opened his own gym, his own training center where he can train undisrupted. So we know he's going to mean business. And sometimes it's good for a defending champion to lose, to get that hunger back. And sometimes the champion has got to sort of, when he loses, it's how he comes back and that makes him a champion.
I agree. I love Sean Clarida's work ethic. He goes straight in, no time for games, heavy lifting, old school workouts. He doesn't use too much machines. Everyone that follows him knows he's an old school guy. So expect Sean Clarida to be grainy and full and dense. I can't wait. This year's Olympia. Let's get it going.
Well, let's go in straight into the open class then.
Yes.
We're going to give our top 6 predictions. I know you've got a controversial sort of choice there, but
yes.
I'm going to go with, I'll let you sort of, who do you think's top 6? We'll go for 6th place. Who do you think is going to come 6th?
Well, I think my number 6 is going to be, I'm not going to pick Hunter Lebrada. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. So
Hunter's out your top 6.
Yes.
Same for me.
Yes. Thank you.
I do like Hunter, but I don't think he's there yet.
Thank you. I think the people, obviously we might talk about 6 to 10 later, but the people behind him, William Bonac, Brandon Curry, Beirut Tabani, if he's able to get the visa. And also, have you seen Martin Fitzwater?
I was going to say, he's in my top 6.
There we go, Simon. There we go. That's actually my number 6. Martin is my number 6. What do you think about Martin since, I think, was it 2 years ago? When did he come?
He came to the Arnold. He got 3rd in the UK Arnold. And I was really, to be honest, I'd never really heard of him before. So he came off the radar. I know when I was in Texas, he was there, but I never really paid attention. But I know Branch was training him. But looking more at his physique, he's got no weak points, has he? He's got a very compact, dense physique. He got 2nd in the New York Pro.
He did.
Arguably, he could have beat Nick Walker. It was very close. They could have pushed Nick. I think it was a bit too close for Nick. He did win Detroit, was it?
He did.
He
did win.
I think he'll be the dark horse of the Olympia.
I love him. People don't speak enough about his round muscle bellies in combination with his shape. So this kid's got great shape. He's got great shape. I love him.
He's still got relatively small waist, isn't he?
Yeah.
The short guy, he's like, he could be the next Hadi or Derek, because he's all that sort of stature and height, isn't he?
I've been not fighting, but some people have been hating me because I say I preferred his shape to Hunter Lebrada. And I said, that's not a knock on Hunter. It was just me. I think Martin's got more of a complete physique than Hunter. Yes. Hunter's still, because Hunter's a lot bigger, he's still got a few gaps in his physique, which Martin hasn't got. Yeah, so I have Martin as number 6.
Yes, we agree on that.
Coming in at number 5, so I might not agree with me, but I'm going for Nick Walker at number 5.
Yes.
Nick Walker. Now, what do you think? Who's your number 5?
Number 5 is Nick Walker.
Guys, we didn't plan.
No, we didn't plan, but this is a good way of doing it. Nick Walker, I think he'll be beaten by more aesthetic guys this year. Obviously, he will come in shape. We know he's going to come in condition. He missed last year's Olympia due to the hamstring, but I think, I don't know, there's just something, I don't think he got 3rd 2 years ago, was it?
Yes, he got 3rd, and then he couldn't do last year because he had the last minute hamstring.
I think the people that all place ahead of him will be structurally more superior.
Yep.
Obviously,
Andrew
and Samson, Hadi and Derek, they've got structurally they're far superior. Nick's got some great poses, but some of the poses he's very poor. Front lat spread, I think, is a poor pose for him. Front double bicep, he's got great biceps, but he hasn't got the
it's the V taper.
And straight.
And some people are seeing some comments, which I agree with. A lot of people in the comments also. I don't like saying the open guys don't have big legs because they all have great legs.
They do, yeah.
Or when you look at Nick Walker, especially when he does the front double bicep, he still has the illusion that his legs, the quads, the outer sweep.
Because he doesn't have the outer sweep, does he?
Yes.
They're quite straight.
So he still gives that illusion that he's got small legs.
But from the side, it's a different story because his legs from the side, they're like humongous.
True. But when you look at people like Andrew, Samson, Hadi in that front double, their legs to upper body ratio.
It's the way they hit the poses, because they are quite, for such big guys, they are aesthetically as well. I mean, Samson's a great poser, Andrew's a great poser, so they don't just hit the double bicep straight, which I like. I like the twist to it. It gives it like, it just it stands out more on stage, I think. You know, when you're judging a show and you love watching and everyone's just straight, when someone puts a twist to it, I think you sort of your eyes are drawn to it.
I agree. But then again, as I said before, everyone's motivated and everyone has something to prove. And I'm sure we aren't the only ones that have Nick Walker out of our top 3. So he's listening, he's watching it.
Nick, it's not personal. We're just judging your physique.
It's not personal. It's not personal.
But I know from the back, Nick's very strong with the glutes, hamstrings, tighten the lower back, you know, the graininess. I think he's very strong at that point. So you might even give Derek a run for his money for the back, but he'll definitely be he's definitely in the first call out.
Definitely, 100%.
He's one of the front runners, so you can't rule him out completely. But he's 5th place for me.
I agree. He's 5th place for me as well. Now we're getting deep into the controversy.
Yeah. So who have you got for 4th then?
Well, guys, roll your drums. Listen, no one should come and fight me. As I said, this is an opinion sport, and this is just my opinion. Number 4. Roll your drum, guys. I have Samson Dauda as number 4. Yes, Samson Dauda. And the reason why I picked Samson as number 4 is because I understand I've been seeing the updates. He has the skeleton phase now. Obviously, I think his wife is coaching him as well. And he, amongst every other person, actually has something to prove. You know, he lost back-to-back to Hadi in both Arnold Classics, and everyone just wrote him off. He split off with Milos, if you can remember, and everyone just forgot about
I think all eyes are on Samson because he hasn't got Milos, and he's got a point to prove. Yeah, I mean, when people say, "Well, he lost to Hadi," I mean, Hadi was like his all-time best, so it's no mean feat losing to Hadi.
I know, but it has to play with your mind a little bit, don't you think? Because he lost back-to-back to Hadi.
Yeah, and obviously he was defending champion from the previous year.
Yeah. You
know, it's.
I had him at number 4 because I still think, I might be wrong, we'll see it on stage, but for now, I still think he hasn't improved like that. Because I noticed the judges, regardless of how you look, they really reward improvement. I think that's the reason why Derek took it over Hadi last year, because Derek improved. And when I look at Samson Dauda, I don't think he has improved that much. And that's why I have him sitting at number 4.
Yeah, because Samson, he's quite balanced all over and nothing really stands out. It's a bit like, dare I say, Chris Cormier, where very balanced physique. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I think you look at all past Mr Olympias, they've always had a standout body part. You know, they've always had like Phil Heath had like tremendous arms, chest. Dory had back, Ronnie had back. So nothing really stands out with Samson, does it?
Yes, nothing really stands out, and that's the reason why I feel he hasn't really improved. It's not like his back has gotten more bigger or his arms more bigger. He just needs to come in more conditioned. But in terms of improvement, I haven't really seen an improvement. I'm like, oh yes, this guy can win this year.
Because we see the updates with Samson, and you know, he looks 60%. He looks tremendous. You know, when he's posing in his room, whatever, and you know, he looks like a freak. But it's what you bring on stage that counts ultimately.
Exactly. And I'm rooting for him. Obviously, he's Nigerian. I'm rooting for the Nigerian guys over there. Well, we're just talking about predictions. It's business as usual. And for me, I think Samson hasn't made much improvement for me to put him in the top 3. So that's my.
Okay, well, I've got Samson 4th as well. So you should. We're on the same wavelength. Yeah, I mean, I like Samson. You know, you can't write him off because he has got a point to prove, and maybe he will, you know, prove us all wrong. But the 3 guys ahead of him, I've got ahead of him, obviously, 2 defending champions, and another guy we're going to talk about next. Yeah, I think have made significant improvements since the last outing. So judges will be keeping. You know, they'll want to see them all lined up, see who's made the biggest improvements. Yep. Yeah, so let's go to 3rd place then.
3rd place, and it's very special introduction to the top 3 this year of the Olympia. My number 3 is Mr. Chinedu Andrew Jack. Yes. Mr. Chinedu Andrew Jack. Now, I'm not the only one that believes this. He's doing a UK tour in October. I think he's coming to Ultimate Fitness.
He is coming to, you beat me too. Yes. He's coming to the Ultimate Fitness 21st of October.
Yes.
It's a Monday,
yes. And the person that is organizing that tour, I think it's called Giles.
Giles.
Yes. He predicted it as well.
He's what, sorry?
He said Andrew in the top 3. And I agree with it. Slam dunk. Door closed. Andrew Jack has made fantastic improvement, Simon. Fantastic improvement. And what would you think? Because people said if he had taken the time off, because when he first started, he competed for quite a long time. Do you think the time off has really helped him now?
I don't think he's had that much time off. If you think about it, he competed last year's Olympia.
Yeah.
So that was November last year. He did the Texas, he was supposed to do the Arnold Classic UK or America. Didn't do that. So realistically, he did Texas Pro, which is August. So he probably would have been dieting since May. So he's probably only had 6 months off season, really. But 6 months has worked for him. It's we all saw the improvements from the Texas Pro.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just a one-man show, wasn't it?
People said this is also the reason why I had him ahead of Samson, because last time people said, Samson is 300 pounds, it's still a little bit bigger than Andrew Jack. Andrew Jack has covered that space already.
Yeah,
Samson's not bigger than him on stage anymore.
Samson, I mean, it's even at the Pittsburgh Pro, the pose down they did. Samson is the widest guy. He's wider than this. We are going to have Andrew here on the podcast when he comes to Ultimate Fitness. So stay tuned for that. So we can ask him questions. But you met Andrew.
I met Andrew, and
he's a phenomenon, isn't he?
I called it, and as you know, sir, I called it since 2021 that this guy is going to be in the running for the Olympia, and I was right. I think this is his year. I think if he can bring that size in Texas Pro this year with the condition in Texas Pro last year.
The thing is, he was good. He was good enough to sort of win. Even he was probably
70% in my opinion. People say 80, 70,
probably 75%. But you don't need to kill yourself because that was a one-man show. So you've obviously got to leave a bit more in the tank.
Yes.
So I was in Dubai last week. I'd arranged to meet Andrew, but he actually left to go to Camp Psycho the day I got there. So so I'm really looking forward to see Andrew on stage. He's going to be one of the highlights for me.
He is complete now, and good job to those that are coaching him or those that are looking after him. He's complete. He looks good. It's very super aesthetic. That's why everyone loves him. Super aesthetic, nice abs, nice waist, great quads. The hamstrings are good now. The back is proper filled up. So I just think he just needs to bring in that same conditioning.
Yeah. I think it's the stature, isn't it? I mean, the
structure is
the structure. Yeah, it's just there's no one like it. Okay, so that's Andrew Jack, 3rd place, and
you give me your number 2 first. You give the number 2 first. Let's see.
This took a while because I was sort of battling to and fro. I'm going to go with Hadi, 2nd place.
Me and Simon, this is where we split. Simon, this is where we go our different ways.
Okay, reasoning why. So Hadi's already done 2 shows this year, and he arguably looked his best in Ohio. And normally when guys do compete in 2 seasons in 1 year, the second season doesn't always come to fruition. So I think with Hadi, I know he's got a vengeance and he sort of never comes enough, but I don't think he would have made that much improvement from the Arnold Classic UK and America compared to Derek, who's had more or less a full year off. And Derek's a lot younger. His muscles are fresher. He's probably more receptive to sort of growing. And I mean, it was by no means an easy sort of decision, but I think Hadi will come in second.
To be honest, both of them great. Both of them.
And we're talking probably a couple points between them. So
yes, both of them are great. But as I said before, I'm going to stray away from Simon here a little bit, and I'm going with Derek Lunsford in my 2nd place. And the reason why I said so is because I just feel Hadi Choopan as well has something to prove. We saw what he did in the Arnold Classic US this year. I believe if he can replicate something similar to that, do you not think he can retain this title with the Arnold Classic US physique? Not the UK one, the one of
Yeah,
the US.
I'm sure he'll be as good, but I think you'll see more improvements in Derek because we're not really seen him on stage since since he won last year. I think obviously we've seen pictures of him training his back and stuff, but I think unless you see him side by side, I think Derek will be more improved. Sorry.
Because I saw a video recently. Obviously, you can't judge from a video, I know, but still, I saw a video recently with what was your coach again, Hani Ram? But yeah, he was training two of them, and
Were they both training together?
yeah, they were training chest. I think the video came out 4 days ago. It's on YouTube, and Derek looked good. He still doesn't have that striation on the chest and the shoulders and the arms.
Yeah, but the thing is, he didn't have that anyway when he won. So,
But he wasn't marked down for it last time.
yeah, I actually spoke to Derek, I think he was one of the judges at the Olympia, and I said to him after the show had finished last year, I said, so why did Derek beat Hadi? Then he said it simply beat him from the back. I said, well, what about the front? The front surely is as important. And he goes, look, it was very, very close. But from the side, Derek beat Hadi, and the back, I think Hadi beat him on 3 poses, and Derek beat him on 4 poses. So it was very close.
I don't know why people keep saying Derek beats Hadi from the side. I don't know. Maybe if you're able to draw up some videos
I can't see
to
personally.
this
Maybe
podcast, because I don't know why. Do you think Derek beats it from the
because
side?
from the side you're talking about chest density, and Hadi's got a better chest. But having said that, you look at the whole
package.
pose, yeah.
But I felt Hadi was more aesthetic on the side. His waist was smaller.
Yeah, he's got them.
The striations and the shoulders and the.
Yeah, I'm only reiterating what one of the judges said. So, but it's
It's a close one. It's a
a very close one. I mean,
close one.
yeah, it's super close. But you got.
I've got Derek second. Just I think if Hadi can replicate what he brought in the Arnold Classic USA this year, I think that would be enough.
I think if
the title.
If Hadi would have brought the condition, the look he had at the Arnold this year at last year's Olympia, I think he would have still took away the title.
You went for the Arnold Classic USA, no?
Yeah, I was there. I was backstage.
How did you see Hadi in that show? Great, or
He was incredible. He was compared to everyone else, he made everyone else look soft.
soft?
No disrespect to everyone else, but he was just like a different level.
I agree.
Even like on stage, I mean, I'll put the images. He just had that vascularity, that graininess, which no one else showed on stage.
And no one really spoke about his aesthetics in that. He was pretty aesthetic in that show. He had the vacuum. We never really seen Hadi do the vacuum.
Yeah. Hadi is aesthetic because he's so short, but he's got the small waist, these all flaring lats. It's I know people sort of criticize his forearms, but come on, no one really looks at forearms.
No. I don't criticize his forearms. It's just people nitpicking at the end of the day. It's just people nitpicking.
Where do you think Derek will make improvements compared to last year's version?
I think Derek, from what I have seen, as Derek still post update, he made improvements everywhere. His legs have gotten more massive. His legs have gotten very massive. We spoke about Nick Walker not having the sweep. Derek's sweep on the legs is super. And his hamstrings and glutes even got better. I don't want to speak about his back. His back now is
probably. Would you say his back's sort of up there with like Dorian and Ronnie?
That's a good question, Simon. I would say in terms of the fullness of the back, yes. But he still has to impress me a little bit with the extreme conditioning that Dorian and Ronnie brought on that back with their back. But in terms of the fullness, yes, he definitely.
I think as the more shows he does, he will get that maturity. Because don't forget, Dorian won his first Olympia at 31. Ronnie won his first Olympia, late 30s?
Yes.
So Derek's still a baby, really. give him like another 3-4 years, and then he'll have that maturity which we're not seeing now.
Also, as you said, because of his height, so he's got the whole density. His muscles are packed. So his back just has that.
His back just hangs, doesn't it?
Is it?
It's like a crab. His back,
and then his chest is so full. His arms are full. He improved this year all round. I would say he improved this year all round. But I just think Hadi's condition in that muscle maturity is, for me, everyone says, Sai, when I first competed, you always let me know, because I always thought my shape, my structure should be enough to do damage. But you let me know that it takes time. I needed more muscle maturity. I needed to come in, granite condition. So I think, Hadi should be rewarded for that in the future. But we'll just have to.
What would you say? It takes years of sort of trial and error, and also competing year after year together. Because you don't see many first timers get that grainy condition. It comes from like knowing your body, knowing how long to diet for, how hard to diet for, and you aim to get better and better every show.
Yes, I agree. It's happened to me as well. It has happened to
I don't think you've only done like 3 shows, haven't you? So you're a baby, really.
I'm a baby, really. That's why I just sat back and took my time.
You're like the UK Andrew Jacked.
Yes, that's what you called it. You called it 2 years ago, and it's still going to happen. From next year, that's when you all are going to see me. From next year, I'm going to be very, very dangerous.
So that wraps up our top 6. So we had 6. We had Martin Fitzwater.
Yes.
Fish, Nick Walker. 4th, Samson. 3rd, Andrew. My 2nd was Hadi. And my number 1 was Derek.
You still haven't told us why you picked Derek to win.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, like I said, I think he will, next to Hadi, he would have, because he had a year off, in theory, his body's had more time to grow and fill out the areas which he needed to, like the chest, the shoulders, the separation. So I think he's really, when you're a champion, you've got to be very critical of what you won and what you need to stay on top. And I think he knows more than anyone where he needs to improve. I'm sure he knows, like, he's got to bring up his chest, and I think he'll be working on them areas even more so. So I think you'll see it, much improved Derek, and I think it'll be enough to tip the
scales on it.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you say, because everyone is saying this Olympia is one of the best ever, where would you rank this Olympia now in terms of hype, the battle? I don't think it's as close as 99 yet. Where would you?
I think this is going to be a very good Olympia, because I've particularly enjoyed the last few Olympics, because it has been more open. I mean, before, when you used to go in the 80s, where Lee Haney would win, and it'd be like second place. Same when Dorian used to compete. I know Dorian had a few off years, but it was sort of, I would say it was boring, but you sort of knew who would win, and when Ronnie won. So I like the fact that it's wide open, and there's like 3 or 4 guys that could win it. You know what I mean? So there's like, when I talked about Brandon Curry, who was looking very good at the moment, he's a defending champion. Yeah, we've got 3 defending champions in the show.
I agree. And people, you guys should look forward to, I think, side from 6 to 10. That's also another low-key battle.
Yeah.
We have Hunter, we've got Brandon,
Baruz,
we've got Feruz, if he gets it, we've got William Bonac.
Yeah.
We've got your friend Nathan the Asher.
Yeah, I don't think Nathan's doing it.
You don't think Nathan's doing it?
He's not doing it.
Because he got the qualification.
Yeah, I spoke to someone. He's not doing it.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. I'd love to see Nathan.
Yeah, William Bonac, he's not going to be at his best, because I know he won a couple of shows this year, but he's sort of downsized quite a lot.
He has downsized quite a lot.
And next to like Hadi, and he's going to need that size. So noticeably, he's sort of not as wide now. I actually saw him last week in Dubai, and he's still got the big arms, but he's sort of upper body looks a bit smaller. So
he's entering the retirement phase.
Yeah, well, he's 44, 45, isn't he? So
how about this other guy from Iran? If he gets his visa, I really like that guy.
Baruz, yeah, Baruz could. I like his shape.
It's crazy.
Still needs more leg density, more sweep. I think he's not going to really add that much tissue in between when he won Dubai Pro till Olympia. But I think he could be. Could he beat Hunter Labrada? I think Hunter would beat him.
I think Hunter beats him.
I think he would look. You're looking at. Then you got Brandon Curry there, so
I agree. I think Hunter. I don't think he will really beat those guys, especially.
You're talking probably 9th, 10th for Bruce.
Unfortunately, we don't have what's his name, Kritso this year.
Chris has had a shoulder.
He got an injury, and then we still have John De La Rosa. Well, John De La Rosa is always in the mix.
Yeah,
never know where he finishes, but he's always in the mix.
Yeah,
you can't.
I mean, he's not really competitive for the top guys. I know he got what did he get, third? No, he got fourth at the UK Arnold. No, he got fourth in Ohio because
it's Ohio.
Yeah, because Hadi won it. We got Samson third. We had Raphael third. We had Thunder Rosa fourth. We had James Hollingshead fifth. So yeah, so that is our predictions. Let us know in the comments what you think, and obviously when I'm in America, I will do my Asta.
Yes, we can't wait. Please get us those videos, please.
I'll try and get Sean Wright to jump on the wrap up.
Yes, please.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what other. We're going to talk about past Olympias as well. Yep. So in a few episodes. So
yes,
let us know in the comments what your favorite Olympias are. I mean, I've been to a fair few, but you've got your own personal favorite Olympias, so we can talk about them. Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
That would be good. And looking forward to the next podcast.
Yeah,
as I said before, sir, you've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
With this, keep motivating all of us that come to Ultimate Fitness, and please don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing, and we are motivated. Trust me, sir.
Don't forget, Andrew Jacked will be at Ultimate Fitness 21st of October, literally 2 weeks after the Mr Olympia. So if you're in the area, tickets are on sale now. I'll put a link in the description in the box below.
They're live.
See you there. Yes, sir.
Yeah.